Let me first interview you.
Kansooke nkwebuulize.
What was your plan? You wanted to leave me? Or
I
I was not according to your desire? Okay.
That time I was not his wife.
That's
the time he talks about when he waited for 5 years. I was in church and I just wanted to serve God, and that's what I was doing. But God told me that it was time for me to get married. So I should come out of my hiding place. Me, I didn't know I was hiding. And Amen.
Amen.
So I got this dream. There were some other pastors who were proposing to marry me. Not good pastors. With me yesterday, I was talking to one of my spiritual daughters. And she keeps telling me, when Dad tells us about your story and him, I consider you a hero. But then I told her, when God tells me something, the rest I don't want to know. All I need is his voice. That's enough. The details I'll get to know on the way. So God had told me he was supposed to be my husband. So I didn't want to know whether he has money or whatever, big bank accounts. Me, I had the accounts. And if he didn't have, it wasn't an issue. The most important thing to me was the Father's voice, and that was enough. And she keeps telling me, so she keeps telling me, I would have failed that test. I've always talked to her. And she seems to find it hard to get married to a man who is a little bit lower. So that time I was there, I really didn't know which pastor to get married to. But I was always scared. Because I was a woman who had waited on God, kept myself for God, and I didn't want to land in wrong hands. So I really took it serious. And these pastors, God could show me their lives. And I said, Jesus Christ, is this a man of God? So in that time, I got this dream. One of them was that American height I wanted. I always wanted that height. So I took time. I also involved one of my pastor friends, very close, family friend. I was working and I had a lot to do. I needed to take time to find out who this person is in the spirit. A few things I got. I said, Jesus Christ, this person is rotten. Then I said, now let me go physical. I gave him tests which he all failed. Me, I could give men tests. And they don't know I'm giving them tests. So this time, I get this dream. I was walking in Lugala there. And one of these pastors, the American Knight, I could only see him behind carrying my handbag. And I'm in front. Then I said, this person is supposed to lead me. He's always carrying my handbag. All the time carrying my handbag. I'm in the front, is behind. I said, this is a wrong number. So I went deeper to find out about him in the spirit. So when I got this dream, I was in Lugala living with this man. behind me carrying my handbag. But I didn't have my shoes. In the dream, I understood that I left my shoes in church. So I ran back to pick my shoes. I was barefooted. That was enough to explain what I really wanted. So when I came back, I found your apostle, my husband, standing at the entrance of the church. He was in a pure white shirt, very white. And he was in a waistcoat, black trouser. But he looked very young. He looked like a boy of 13 years. I looked at him, and God told me in the dream, this when he appeared, he told me, if you don't get married to this man, he's going to remain like this the rest of his life. I said, oh, I didn't know I was in the wrong track. Anyway, I had not given myself to anyone. Okay. So I repented. I said, God, now, how far has he walked? That I told you there are things I want to see in his life. And he began showing me these things. I realized my husband was more than ready to become a husband. So this time, let me first say this. He came and told me, there are some sisters here who want me. If you don't want me, they are ready to take me. I told him, mister, let them take you. But I don't know. Later I found out he was just teasing me. But anyway, that's how I had to change a lot of things. Yes. So he's a mature man now. I've raised him to be mature.
Amen.
Amen.
Think about it. If the American height won this race, what would happen to me? What will happen to the ministry? What will happen even to you? Maybe I would have been married. But maybe I would have been married. And maybe I would have been in my third divorce. Because there would not be anyone that fits in that calling, that fits in the calling on my life. Are you getting me? I'll try to get other women married, and I think they are bad. They are not bad, but they don't fit in my calling. We don't fit. We don't fit. Are you getting what I'm talking about? That man may not be. He's not bad. You were not made for him. That woman is not bad. She was not made for you. So you don't fit. Every time you come together, you are incompatible. You don't. There is nothing that can. Are you getting me? Are you getting me? There is something I want to know. Even someone who is made for you, there is no way you can take 2 days without angry at them. There is no way. You know, because there is a way you easily reconcile. There's a way you easily understand, even when you disagree. Because there is that way that this, it's not just in the mind, it's in the, let me use the word of the word, it's in the chemistry. It's in the chemistry. Like, you can't explain why you easily forgive this person, why you easily bear him, why you don't struggle to submit to him. And it's like it's natural. It's the chemistry. You easily submit. I always look at my. Today we are preaching, the two of us.
No, I just want to turn back to a certain point, something talked about earlier. And this is about location. Geographical blessing. I remember I was in a big church. That church. Now that church, I really loved this church. I think we are almost the founders of that church. I loved it. It was to my taste. The friends, the class, mention it. My friends. Yes. My late pastor handled Leslie. So I was in that church. And somehow I really loved God, that I could take a lot of time in the prayer mountains there. If looking for God, finding him, I was ready to pay the price. So I could go and work. In the evening, I could spend a whole week not going back home. I carry clothes for a week because I didn't want people in the office to know that I don't go back home. Keep my clothes in the in my closet at my workplace. I could pick a dress, go with it to the prayer mountain, like that. So I could be home Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, only those 2 days. And I don't know what was pushing me, but this was God himself. I walked that journey for some time. Then, when I got bewitched, I don't want to go back in that. I've talked about this. Okay, while in that church, God told me that he wanted me to begin winning souls. I went to that team that was evangelizing, and they told me that I couldn't join them because I was a woman. Because they were going to a prison, and this prison, some of the people there were on their death rows. They didn't care what they could not give a damn. So they had been in prison for so many years, and they were not seeing women there. So the moment a woman comes in, they just rape you. So they told me, you cannot come with us, but give us money. We'll go. I said, still I'll be preaching. So I could provide all what they needed and go and preach. But God warned me on the way that I was in disobedience. I was in rebellion. And 1 month down the road, I was hit by witchcraft. And my face was deformed. But all the 3 years, the witches could not get me. God had protected me. This time when he warned me and I did not stop, he removed his hand. So this is how I came to Lusaze. It was in Lusaze, where I found those 4 chairs. A friend brought me to that home sale. She told me that the battles you're in are huge. I'm even surprised you're still standing. But you need someone to help you, someone with a high authority. So she brought me to my husband now. Okay? But when I came, one time he was preaching that you're supposed to be in a certain place, but you are refusing. No, me, I had not refused. But I kept feeling that I need to be in this home cell, though it was small. There was something unique about it that I kept coming even after praying for me. And now my face was back to normal. So I said bye-bye to that church and came and settled. I was telling Pastor Henry, I looked like I was the only one. I looked myself. I was, these people are in their own class. I mean the people he was pastoring. There were these girls from the streets. Others had fallen out of school. Others were prostitutes. Now I had to leave that church and come and be a member in this, which I did. But I didn't know God was preparing me to be his wife. Now, if I had not come, I would still be with my friends. And even now they call me. And one of them told me, we saw you seeking for God seriously. And we kept wondering, what is it about? We missed a step. This is where we are now. But we need your help. So it's about a particular place which you must ask God about. God bless you.
Amen.
Amen.